Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to Yehovah Letakim that are out there laboring, that are pushing this word and truth and its sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, coming at you with a lesson with the Last Captivity, titled The Last Captivity, Yasha Allah, because we have had the worst punishments done to a nation of people compared to everybody else on this earth. Whenever you talk about slavery, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the slavery of the Israelites, everybody likes to bring up, oh, everybody was enslaved. Oh, yeah, well, the Irish were enslaved, because that's the only thing that the so-called white people have a leg to stand on to say, like, oh, yeah, they suffered slavery too, man. Well, no, they did not. Not as in the same way that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans suffered it. And of the Israelite tribes, I have to add and emphasize that the tribe of Judah suffered it the worst, because they are the head tribe, they're the leader. So it would make sense, just like if you have two younger siblings and you leave one in charge, or one's older than the other, the sibling that's the oldest is going to be held most accountable because they have the most responsibility. They're the leaders, and just like in a construction crew, the foreman is the one that takes the fall for maybe a mistake that, one of his guys said, but he's the one that was supposed to be controlling the job. So he's the one that gets the bulk of the responsibility as well as the punishment or the tongue lashing that comes with it. And that's the same way that, Judah suffered it the worst in their captivities. But this is Daniel 9:12. And he hath confirmed his words. Let me make sure. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to start up just one more verse. This is Daniel 9:11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us. And those curses is plural. And if you go into Deuteronomy 28, it gives you the whole list, as well as things that are not written, talking about plagues wise and just different things that, scriptures didn't expound on, but they apply to being subject to the curses. This is, therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the power, because we have sinned against him. We sinned against Yahweh Bashim Shai. We sinned against Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai paid, for the sins of himself first and foremost in his past lives, but also as well as all the Israelites covering us, because we have all sinned against him. And so we needed a final sacrifice to make it right, but part of that, making it right is the Lord putting these curses and these other nations over us and to serve captivities throughout all the world, underneath every nation. This is verse 12. And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us. Just talking about the consequences of not following the law, statutes, and commandments. And against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil, a great hard time. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. And this is not talking about the city. This is talking about a people before it's a place. Jerusalem is a nation. Zion is a nation before it is a place. Mount Zion is in Jerusalem. Those are actual locations, but those are actually symbolic to the Israelites, because man, we've had it the worst, man. Just look at this picture. I was thinking about what I wanted to do a lesson on, and hey, man, it's talking about this being the last captivity that we got to deal with, being subject to these heathen nations, whether it be Esau, whether it be the Hamites, whether it be Ishmael, Moab, Ammon, all these other nations, man. We all suffered at the hands of these fucking devils, man. And all these scriptures that you see, I guess it's not all, the majority come out of Deuteronomy 28, after the 15th verse. going into the curses. We can get a couple of these. Let's just choose one. Let's choose Jeremiah 17:4. Let's see what that scripture is, because that's on the picture. Jeremiah 17:4. It says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee." Because here in Babylon the Great, we lost everything: our language, our nationality, titles, our tribe, our elders, our history, our ancient scrolls, our wealth, our inventions. The right to hold our wealth was taken away from us. It says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee," because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the one that puts the order and sets the covenants that are done here on earth. "And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." And that forever is not forever, forever, forever. They'll try to apply this scripture to a damn hell scripture, but this is talking into the land which thou knowest not, going into our forefathers did not know this land in the Americas. Solomon sent ships over here, but we never dwelt over here as a people until after the Assyrian captivity, when we came over here to the Americas in 724 BC. So, hey man, that is the fire and the kindling of the Lord's anger has been upon us for so long, and just recently, up to the late 1960s, has His truth flourished and went out and woke up many of brothers and gave our people back their identity, because the majority of the elect are already sealed, if not sealed already, man. So that's how much time we don't have. That's how short time is, because these things and these curses aren't going to last forever. This is not forever. This is not the end game. Man, we have something to look forward to that is beyond what even words can describe. Like when the apostle saw, I believe it was the apostle Paul, saw the kingdom, man, in a vision, that he couldn't even utter it. He said, "Unlawful for me to even utter, the things to describe." Roughly paraphrasing. I know I butchered that scripture, but this is the end, man. This is it. This is it, man. We're done. That Genesis 49:19, I believe that goes into the scripture that Gad, a troop shall overcome ye, but ye shall overcome in the last. Roughly paraphrasing. Deuteronomy 28:32 or 48, one of those go into, the yoke of iron, which we can just go there. And we'll get one more, close it out, quick to the point. Just a reminder, man, that this is the last captivity that we're going to have to deal with in this time. Deuteronomy 28:48. Here it is. This is Salakia. I don't know what keeps doing that. Deuteronomy 28:48. "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee." Man, and you could say that he put a yoke of iron around every single Israelite tribe. That was a testimony. And even the northern kingdom was in captivity and in slavery before the northern kingdom was in captivity before the southern kingdom came over here, and by a full almost 100 years we were getting an ass whooping before Judah came over here. Judah, Levi, Benjamin, or the majority of those tribes. But just to put a reminder, man, this ain't forever, and this punishment, as bad as it is, we're almost done with it. And that's something to be grateful for, because to end this on a lighter note, we are almost done here. We are almost done and out of here, man. We're so close to being able to be delivered. And that is why we always have to constantly, seek Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and stay in the spirit, stay away from the people in the world, stay away from things that aren't good for you. Stay in the spirit, watch your lessons, do your videos, keep your eye aware on political events, natural disasters, chariot sightings, weather anomalies, like what's going on there in the Antarctica area. There's so many things that we have to be aware of, So this is just another one of those things to keep fresh in your mind, that this captivity is something that we have had so much pain from, but the fact that we're so close to being at the end of it. So don't give up, man. If you're feeling like low in the spirit, man, change it up. Do something different. But you have to find your own method of success. Don't put your blueprint based off of what another brother does. You have to find out what works for you, and keep doing that, man. And you may have to try different things. You may have to be sticky notes. Sticky notes don't work. Notepads works better. A highlighter works with little tabs, like whatever it may be, to help you remember these breakdowns, help you remember the scriptures, keep you in the spirit. Have something to reference back to if you're a teacher out there on the highways and byways. All brothers should be, striving for the best of their abilities to always be expounding and growing their knowledge. So, with that being said, I'd like to close it out by giving all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all you, hopefully like the Akim, that are out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.